Hi everyone, it's Amber and welcome to my YouTube channel, Amber's Awfully Awesome Art. I'm so glad y'all are joining me today because I am doing a very interesting painting where I will be doing a regular colored pearl cell pour on my canvas and then incorporating some sculpted resin paint skins. My colors that I'm using for my colored pearl cells is Golden Fluids, Phthalo Turquoise, followed by Golden's Fluid Viridian Green. And all of these colors are mixed with Bare 7300 untinted satin enamel available at Home Depot. I will have all of these colors and recipes listed down below. Next is Golden Green Gold. And here's my consistency here. I just find working with the fluid paints easier when I'm doing a colored pearl cell. Another brand that works really well is TriArt Fluids that you can get from fluid-art.co. My next color and my last color is Golden Fluids Manganese Blue. And for my pour over color that will react with these paints, I am using Modern Masters Pearl White. Now, this pour over color is not mixed with any satin enamel. It is mixed with 50% GAC 800 and 50% US Floetrol, 1 part of the Modern Masters paint to 1 part water, and that is my consistency right there. Next, I will puddle all of my paints on my canvas. Make sure you puddle them close together, and if they're puddled on top of each other, you will get what are known as peacock cells, which are the colored cells within the cells. They look really, really pretty. And as I mentioned before, I will be using some sculpted paint skins, which I will create with resin. I actually created them by doing the Shelee Art Bloom technique, and I was really inspired by Bonnie Keene from Fluids by Keene. She does amazing fluid art paintings, and then she incorporates them with sculpted resin pieces. I think Bonnie, if she is doing a bloom sculpted piece, she does those on a canvas and then will resin it and sculpt it. I decided to try it with paint skins because I just didn't want to use up canvases. So I wanted to give paint skins a try, and it's actually working pretty well. So yeah, here I am just pouring over my paints so that I get those peacock cells. And also, I was inspired by the Great Barrier Reef in Australia for this painting. The corals there are just simply beautiful and amazing, and I wanted a lot of contrasting color with these greens and blues that I'm doing for the ocean. So here I am just stretching my pour over paint and satin enamels over the canvas. You have to make sure you stretch, because if you don't stretch enough, then you simply just won't get any pearls. So you have to stretch, stretch, stretch. I learned this technique from Tara from Pieces of Tara Artistry. Definitely go check her out if you are looking for great pearl cell videos. Other artists that are known for their pearl cells are Sarah Taylor, Michelle Galley, and Dwight Myers from Dwight Pours. I'll have their channels listed down below, and also Bonnie Keene's Instagram. She's pretty active on Instagram. So yeah, I'll have those listed down below. And next, I will show you a clip of how the pearls form. So it is a sped up clip, but you will see that the pearls form pretty fast, especially if you stretch them out enough and if you've mixed your paints accurately, then you will always get pearls. So yeah, here I am just stretching. I'm stretching enough so that I get those pearls. I'm not really worried about any wonkiness because they don't end up being wonky with the colored pearl cells, which I really like. But yeah, here is the sped up version, and just see how those pearls form. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes. And here is a close-up. And next I will show you guys my bloom paints that I have mixed for my sculpted paint skins and the coral reef colors that I will be using. And the pearl cells look amazing. I'm super happy with this. And next I will show you the colors of my blooms. So y'all, I mixed a lot of colors and my piggies for this coral reef, Great Barrier Reef inspired painting. So these are all of my colors. I don't even remember how many I mixed, but there you have it. They're all color coordinated, and I tried to keep them as close to the color family as possible. So my first one is Amsterdam Naples Red, and there's my consistency. As I mentioned, they're all mixed with 3 parts Felspar, semi-gloss to 3 parts Varathene semi-gloss. That was this little piggy honeycomb and this little piggy golden peach. And I dispersed my piggies in the Varathene semi-gloss instead of Josanya. My next color is Azo Yellow Light by Amsterdam, and there's my consistency right there. I am using this little piggy Ore, followed by this little piggy Submarine, and there's my consistency for those two right there. They're leaving about a 2 to 3 second trace. Next is Amsterdam Azo Orange. And my piggies that I'm using for that are this little piggy Mango and this little piggy Horizon. And y'all, for all this, I am using a white cell activator by Tri-Art Titanium White. My next color is Amsterdam, I believe it's Carmine or Carmine. It's a really pretty red color. And then this little piggy Maraschino and this little piggy Watermelon. And there's my consistency for them. And next I am using Amsterdam Permanent Red Violet. I also ordered some in the Expert series, and then I'm using this little piggy Twilight and this little piggy Pinwheel. I've never used any of them before, so I was super excited. And then I am using Amsterdam Light Rose. It is a opaque, and I am using Rosé, this little piggy Rosé, and then this little piggy Latte. I just thought they would look really pretty together. And then last but not least, I am using Amsterdam Ultramarine Violet, followed by this little piggy Constellation. I have a bunch of this laying around. And then I am using this little piggy Enchantment. So these are all of my colors for the coral reef, pretty colorful. And I will show you one bloom that I did. I am using Glidden Essential Eggshell White as my pillow paint, available at Home Depot. And then these are just regular 4x4 festival tiles, available at Floor and Decor. And I will just pour my pillow paint, and I am actually going to let my bloom dry on the tile. I didn't want to use a mat to just create a paint skin because there's just so many colors that I'm doing, so I would have needed a bunch of mats. But yeah, I started off layering with my Naples yellow or red, sorry. And it is an opaque, so if you're using an opaque, they will give bolder, rounder cells. So I used Tri-Art titanium white as my cell activator. I'm sorry, I didn't catch the part where I blew this out. I actually used my hair dryer, so I apologize about that. But yeah, I'm just giving it a good spin. And then next I will show y'all the close-up. I wasn't too worried about having too many cells or having them like look perfect. But yeah, there you have it. And then here are the rest of the colors that I did. I also did 3 of them where I kind of mixed a bunch of colors together. So like that middle one you see there, and then right there is like orange and red and yellow. But yeah, there you have it right there. And next, here is the dried result of my pearl cell pour. I have varnished it with spray varnish, and then I actually cut these paint skins off with a box cutter. So these are all of my paint skins. I left one to show y'all, and I'm kind of going to randomly place these on here. But yeah, I will use my box cutter. I actually stole it from my husband. So yeah, I am just gently applying a little bit of pressure and just slicing it as I would like a vegetable or, you know, anything you would cut in your kitchen to cook. But yeah, I do have a lot of pressure applied to it because I did not want to slide off the tile. So there you have it. I'm just gonna slice like all parts off and then gently peel the paint skin off. A lot of people use this method to get their paint skins to create jewelry and magnets or whatnot. I reuse my mat to create paint skins, but this is also a great way. And I am going to actually apply resin on the back and front, and I will layer my crystals around the paint skin. So these are some fillers that I got from Michael's. They're Ashland. And y'all, just before we start, always be double gloved and wear a respirator and be in a well ventilated space when you resin. So the crystals I got from Michael's, they're the Ashland brand. The resin that I'm using is Mixed Media Girl resin. It's a 1-to-1 ratio, 1 part hardener to 1 part resin. And I am actually going to brush on this little piggy ball gown so that the white underneath my paint skin doesn't stay white. It actually catches on to the color of ball gown. And then after 5 to 6 hours of my pieces that will be resined, I will actually peel them off and shape them by placing them in that plastic dessert bowl that I showed y'all. But yeah, here I am just dusting this little piggy ball gown around. Now, fluid-art.co does have resin pour specific mats that are designed for pouring resin. So I highly recommend y'all invest in that. I definitely need to order some because this mat that I'm using, it is great for paint skins, but since it has a mesh, it's breathable, it does leave a mark of the mesh. But overall, I mean, I'm using it and it works fine. But yeah, I am just pouring my crystals around, and I will kind of do a random shape, and then I will pour my clear resin down the bottom. Now, I did a video last week or 2 weeks ago where I actually created a resin sculpted paint skin bowl. And I kind of used the same method here. And it's always great to have your resin a little thicker for sculpting. It just works better. And if you're gonna create bowls and stuff, then it's good to have the resin thicker. I love Mixed Media Girl resin. I will have her channel and website linked down below. Definitely go check it out. It is just amazing. I never liked to resin anything, but after using her resin, I am so comfortable with using it, and I'm actually good at just getting the resin done in one coat, so I don't need to sand and do a double coat. So highly recommend her resin. Go check her out. And here I am just spreading it around on the edges. I will lightly torch. I don't want to torch too much. And then I will place the paint skin on top of this resin. It will not stay clear because I brushed this little piggy ball gown on it. So yeah, it'll catch on to the color of the pigment, so you won't just have a bare white paint skin. So here I am just kind of fixing the edges. I don't want the resin to spread out too much. And now I will pour the clear portion out on top. This is a very time-consuming process, but it's totally worth it. So here's a close-up of one of my paint skin that I have here. I also sometimes may pour the resin down the bottom first and then place the paint skin on top and then my jewels around it. But yeah, there you have it. These are all of the colors that I did. There are 10 of them. So it did take me a while, and you have to work fast because this resin does have a 45-minute to an hour working time. But now it has been about 5 hours, and I can totally sculpt the resin. Just make sure you wait about 5 hours and you can sculpt it in whatever way you want. So I got these dessert bowls, I believe from the Dollar Tree or the dollar store. I don't remember. It was for one of my kids' birthday. And I will simply just put my paint skin in there, and you see that ball gown really covered the white portion of the bottom of the paint skin. So yeah, I will shape this. I think I didn't want too much of a bowl shape, so I'm trying not to get that shape, but maybe I should have used a wider vessel here. But yeah, there you have it, and I will basically do the same thing with all of the colors. I had 10 bowls, which I was surprised. But yeah, now I will let these rest for about the remainder of the 24 hours. And here is my pearl cell pour canvas, and I'm just trying to find how to place these. I don't want to cover a lot of my pearl cell pour because I think it's really pretty, and I'm just trying to find a good balance of the colors as well. And I actually did not glue these on. I mixed up more resin and actually brushed some resin down the bottom and stuck it on that way. So here is the end result, and next I will have the completely dried result of this Great Barrier Reef inspired painting. Okay, y'all, here is the final result of my pearl cell pour sculpted resin paint skin painting. I think it turned out okay. I love the pearls on this, and those are my Shelee paint skin blooms. I do wish I didn't have the sculpted pieces kind of sticking out on the canvas. I wish they were more like inward, but overall I'm okay with it. This is my first time. I'm definitely going to be doing more of these. But yeah, there you have it, guys. Thanks for joining me. stay safe, stay classy, and stay awfully awesome, guys. Until next time, bye.